Great session today. I'll tell you, I just couldn't be more pleased with the way your ball striking is progressing. You'll see a fairly significant change just within the 1 hour today. But go back to your video locker and look at some of the swings from last year, and it's pretty incredible. So first of all, today we focused on 2 drills: the racket drill and the 9-3 drill. Those can be found on my website under videos, where I have a little bit more detailed description. So if you forget them, I encourage you to go back and view those. In the setup, slight more tilt forward of the spine. We squared up the shoulders. You'll notice on the after picture on the right hand side, you can see a little bit of your left forearm. You've got a slight flexion in the right elbow, and on the left hand side on the before, you just appear to be back on your heels just a little bit. So it looks like a much better solid foundation. But again, remember, it's just the 2 drills that you have to remember to do a couple times, 3 times a week for 5 minutes. It's all it's going to take. As soon as your brain gets the idea of the movement pattern, it'll start showing up in your ball striking. Okay, so as we go forward in your backswing here, we basically, what we did, or what the combination of the 2 drills did, are just going to shallow your backswing out. So you'll notice the club head is slightly more inside in the after picture. At some point we'll balance that out, but for right now, the changes that it does to your body is pretty good. So notice that the club head's just a little too far inside, which again is fine for now. But the real dramatic difference is when we get to the midpoint here, you'll notice the shaft is shallower. It starts sort of matching up with the shaft angle a little bit, which will be a little bit better as we progress into the backswing here. Now at the top, one of the things that you'll notice almost immediately is that the upper body, the shoulders, are just turning on top of the hips a lot better. From the front view, you'll notice that you've got a fairly significant reverse tilt where your upper body's falling towards a target, and that really compromises your ability to transfer momentum through the core. So this is much improved. You'll notice on the right hand side, it just looks much more comfortable, like your shoulders and your hips are just stacked a lot better. You'll notice the left leg doesn't pop out nearly as much. If you look at your belt, you'll notice the belt is on a more level angle on the right hand side than the left. And then what that causes in the forward swing, as we go forward here, you'll notice that the club will get quite a bit outside, or over the line on the before picture. So this is just a huge improvement here. Eventually, once you get comfortable with this, we'll start trying to get the shaft and the left arm to lag a little bit better, and you're going to tap into some serious power. So as we progress forward through the impact, you'll notice your path coming down is much more on plane on the left hand side. Your club never gets to the outside or the right side of the ball, which would indicate that you're going to have an out to in path. That's where a lot of the high right shots were coming from, especially with the driver, where you just had a real tough time hitting an offensive shot. So as we progress forward here into impact, okay, you'll notice your lines are kind of cutting across a little bit, and then once you're sort of pulling the club in towards your body. Another thing that was causing was that left elbow to pop out and really swipe across the ball. And you'll notice on the right hand side, we just get a lot better extension out and away with the golf club. So fairly significant difference in letting the club accelerate past the arms, through impacts, you're going to get a lot more speed and contribution from the golf club. And then I put in this little shaft angle here. You're not quite at the same part of the golf swing, but it's just getting a lot more symmetry both on the right and the left hand side of the ball as far as the swing plane goes. And I think this is where you saw the huge improvement in your ball striking. Great work. Keep it up.